So if the 747 is the queen of the skies, the A380 is a whale, what do we call this one? The Beast? Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at the massive Antonov AN-225 of Antonov Airlines. At the front of the box we have a lovely image of the aircraft in real life. On top of the box we have the Antonov Airlines branding as well as the logo for the 30 years anniversary of the airline. The box can be opened at the front to reveal this cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside. On the back side of the box we then have a lovely image or a lovely close-up of the aircraft taking on a world record breaking load. Very nice indeed. And we do also have another image on the side of the box where it gobbles up a helicopter. Amazing. And here she is, the AN-225 of Antonov Airlines in their current livery. A truly unique aircraft, one of a kind. The aircraft was originally designed in the Soviet Union as it was needed for the Buran program, which was the Soviet equivalent to the space shuttle program in the US. It is the heaviest aircraft ever built, and it is the aircraft with the widest wingspan in service, although technically the Stratolaunch has an even wider wingspan, but that aircraft is not in service yet. So the aircraft was designed to carry a Buran spacecraft on top of it, which might explain why it does not have a single vertical stabilizer, but two opposite each other. In any case, it just adds to the uniqueness of this aircraft. On the vertical stabilizer we then find the Antonov Airlines logo, and on the fuselage here at the tail of the aircraft we also have the full registration code of the aircraft. At the front of the aircraft we then have the writing of International Cargo Transporter. Underneath that we find a phone number and a fax number and an email address. So if you should ever be in need of transporting something around the world and you just don't know how to reach an airline that can do that, now you know. Then we have underneath that a word written in Cyrillic signs. As far as I could make out, that means dream or inspiration, but correct me if I'm wrong here. Next to that we have the Ukrainian flag, the logo of Antonov, and of course we also have the aircraft type specification at the nose of the aircraft. But we get to the nose in just a second, because firstly I of course also want to mention that we do of course have the windows to the cockpit, where we also have the window wipers printed on. Now to the nose. Firstly, it is worth mentioning that the nose cannot be opened on this model, unlike in real life. And that of course also explains why we under the nose then have the entire Antonov branding again with the phone number, fax number, email address, etc. And that is of course because in real life when the nose would be opened, this would be very visible throughout the entire airfield where the aircraft would be. Now to get this massive aircraft off the ground we don't need 2, 3 or 4 engines, we need 6 engines, 3 on each side. And we can look at the engine nacelles here. I think they look rather nice, also from the side very decent. And if you look into the engines from the front we can then very nicely see the engine fan blades. Now, I mentioned that the aircraft currently still holds the record for the aircraft with the widest wingspan, at least for an active aircraft. The Stratolaunch will overtake the Antonov once it goes into active service, and historically the Hughes H-4 Hercules had also a wider wingspan as the Antonov. With that said, if we look at the wings here, we can see all the different flaps, slats and spoilers carved out very nicely. Also, the underside of the wings look really fantastic with, again, the full registration code of the aircraft. So I think Herpa has done a really nice job with that. Now at the top of the fuselage, at the center of the aircraft, we have these two bumps. As far as I could make out or know, these are basically leftovers from the mounting system the aircraft had when it was carrying the Buran spacecraft. I think technically it wouldn't need them anymore. But it does of course again add to the uniqueness of the aircraft. And speaking of uniqueness, when we look at the landing gear, I mean, Herpa has done a really good job at replicating that from real life. But think about it, this aircraft needs 7 wheel sets on each side as the main landing gear. That's absolutely insane. The front landing gear also, again, not just 1, but 2. Absolutely amazing aircraft, the Antonov 225, and I think Herpa also here has done a great job with the front landing gear. So there we have it, the Antonov 225 in the current livery of Antonov Airlines. And as you might know, the aircraft has recently entered into active service again after an extensive period of refurbishment and upgrading. So the aircraft has returned to the skies, which of course is very exciting for any plane spotters. But can we also as collectors be excited about this model? Well, in my opinion, yes. The physical details are great, the print quality is excellent, and of course it is just a very unique aircraft, which is absolutely fantastic to have in anyone's collection. But what do you think about the aircraft model, and have you ever seen this aircraft in real life? Let me know in the comments section below. I'd be very interested. I myself still haven't been able to see the aircraft in real life, but I obviously hope to do so one day. Now with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed the video, then don't forget to leave a like. That really does help us out. And of course, if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.